Well, good morning, everyone. This is Keith with Positively Osceola here for another episode of our coffee club. And like I say always, folks, look, that's got a little text going on it. I better utilize that. That's a pretty accurate thing going on this morning. So not a prop. It's a utilized resource. And so a special thing again, of course, but not as special as Maryemma Bachelder, who is with us from St. Cloud, City of St. Cloud's Public Information Officer. And how are you this morning?
Doing great. Thank you. Great to be here.
We're glad you're here. I know we thrust this upon you without great notice, so we'll just goof around and get to know you a little bit. But in all seriousness, well, before we get into the official segment, so how's your day going so far?
It's been great so far. I got up early this morning, so I'm off and running.
It is Friday for sure, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, as people start to figure out we're here, I'm going to go ahead and make this official. Here we go. I guess that makes it official.
We're official now.
Yeah. So honestly, sincerely, we welcome you to St. Cloud. So glad you are here. I think sometimes people aren't sure how organizations and governmental entities communicate. I don't know. I don't think it's on the minds and hearts of the people. It just happens, and we know that that's not how it happens. So it's folks like you that and professionals that know how to make sure that people in the community know when things are going well, and to magnify those things and let people feel good about those things. And then when things are challenging, as well, letting the people know what the city in this case is doing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came about coming to St. Cloud?
Absolutely. So thanks again for having me on this morning. I have now finished 5 weeks with the city, so I'm very excited to be here. I am from Polk County, have been in Polk County most of my life, and I came to the city of St. Cloud from Advent Health. I was with them for 12 years doing community relations and marketing for them, for hospitals over here in Polk County. And I have background working as a reporter and editor. I did public information for the Florida Department of Transportation for a 12-county district that covered kind of Southwest Florida area. And also have worked for a private marketing consultant that did a lot of community outreach and public information work for government agencies in the transportation industry. And specifically, I worked with aviation clients there. So to me, the position in St. Cloud was really attractive just because it is kind of what I call my sweet spot of what I love to do. I love community outreach, public information. You alluded to communicating when things are going great, all the good stuff that's going on in the city. And then also there's those times of crisis when things aren't going quite so well. And obviously the job's a lot more fun when things are going well. It's more fun to communicate good news, but certainly absolutely critical to have open lines of communication during those tough times as well. So I'm excited to be here. There's a great team at the city. When I came to interview, I felt very comfortable with the team and the leadership in place, and am just excited about coming in, getting to know the town, and putting together a plan to really enhance the existing communications that are in place.
Yeah, this is quite a, my family, we've been here about 32 years, and this is a vastly different county than it was 32 years ago, for sure. Just like anywhere else would be. And yes. St. Cloud specifically has been able to hold on to certain portions of its core DNA, I guess, that's kept it different than everywhere else. And it's quite a beautiful place to live and to grow your family still. So nothing like a little coronavirus pandemic to welcome you into the gig, So
Absolutely. Trial by fire, right?
I'm telling you, so like the future is going to be sweet and easy compared to like the onset. But so how do you jump into and I agree with you. The leadership at the city is great. We really like everybody over there as well, and city manager is awesome, as is Veronica Miller and the whole team. So how do you jump in? Obviously, your experience helps, but how do you jump into this particular scenario and not be 100% caught up in coronavirus and not leave those other sectors? How do you get that all on the plate at the same time, like immediately?
Well, and I think one of my first things was just to really kind of jump in and spend some time getting to know the people at the city and then getting to know the city itself. I did, of course, a lot of research on it before I came to interview. And coronavirus absolutely kind of complicates things.
Sure.
But, I think back in March and April when it was kind of new and there was new information rolling out several times a day,
Right.
let alone daily. But at this point, although, scientists are still learning more about it and we are getting updated information from CDC as far as guidelines, for the most part, I think most of us have kind of settled into, what we call kind of this new normal. So we've kind of adapted to the whole, some people are working from home, some are in the office, some are doing a blend. We've all gotten pretty good at doing things like we're doing right now with the Zoom and virtual teleconferences. And so I spent time, actually, my first week, particularly getting to know the folks with the city and the county who handle emergency operations. So I toured the EOC my second day here just to get to know those people. Being in the middle of hurricane season with a pandemic going on is a little more complicated. So I wanted to get in and learn from them kind of what systems were in place and what the plans were for in the event that a storm headed this way. And as you may recall, a couple of weeks ago, we had a little scare with one that looked like maybe it was going to head our way. So we at the city and throughout Osceola County were geared up and ready for that. And fortunately, it just skirted up the coast and had very little impact on us. But so it's just a matter of kind of balancing. And, on the one hand, there's Corona and all these things going on. But on the other hand, we do have a city to run. And
Right.
that work is still very much going on, although it looks a little different than it did certainly a year ago. But, those folks whose job it is to make that happen are still every bit as dedicated and in there doing that job. And I've really had a good time getting to know them and really getting in and learning the issues and rolling my sleeves up and getting involved here.
Sure. And so I think, we all realize that it may not occur as quickly as we would like, but there will be a day, hopefully very soon, where the whole idea of a COVID-19 pandemic is in the rearview mirror, and we won't be putting that on our daily calendar. So what lies ahead in the bright future of City of St. Cloud? I know there's some talk of rebranding and just some different future forward looking. So can you give us any kind of a hint of what we should look for as time comes up?
Absolutely. And the rebranding process, I'm really excited about. It was started prior to my coming on board. And the city held meetings with different groups of community leaders and residents, specifically throughout St. Cloud, just to get kind of a gauge on where we were with our branding and our image and so forth. So last night at our council meeting, actually, our consultant came in and did a presentation to council on where we are with that. And I am happy to say that we were able to get blessing from the council on the direction that we're headed with that rebranding. And we're going to be building our new brand around 3 pillars. And if you kind of think of it as 3 legs holding up a bar stool, these will be kind of the essential elements around which we will develop our branding. And those are the sense of hometown pride,
Mhm.
We heard loud and clear in those meetings that the term small town was kind of a hot button with a lot of people.
Right.
So we're steering away from that. But I think hometown pride is something anybody can relate to, regardless of what your hometown is, and whether it's a small town, a big city. We all tend to have hometown pride in wherever we're from. So and there's such a rich history in St. Cloud with it being, founded as that soldier city for veterans.
Right.
So we just, the information that we got back, we felt like that was really critical. Another one of those pillars is going to be our central location. I mean, we're kind of in the center of everything. We are, if you want beaches, you want the Space Coast, we've got, the theme parks. So we're near a lot of stuff, but also far enough away where you can kind of unplug from all the hustle and bustle of
Right.
that if you want
Right.
to. And then our third pillar is going to be just the natural aspects. So we've got so many opportunities with lakes and parks and outdoor activities, which is great both for residents and for visitors. So, you may come down to go to Disney, but wouldn't it be great to go do, kayaking on the lake?
Sure.
We're going to be looking at building the branding around.
I think you froze a little bit. I'm gonna pop you in and pop you out. That's not bad. You
Uh-oh, am
there?
I back?
No, you're back. You're good. Did I lose you? Here, I'll pop you out and pop you back in.
Sorry.
Hey, we
All
got you.
right. How about now?
Yep,
All
you're
right. Welcome back, Maryemma.
good. Still got you?
Yeah, I'm
Hello.
here.
Oh, good. Well, I love the three pillar aspect, and I agree. I agree that people, because things have evolved and changed over the last decade. I think the small town maybe that particular term is hard for people to grab onto, as we're it's a lot of change means increased population in the area. We're one of the fastest growing counties in Florida and actually maybe the United States. So I love the hometown pride thing. That's great. Good points. Still with me? I hear your bird. Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Okay, there, you're back now. Sorry.
Okay, good. That's all right.
Can you hear me, Keith?
I can hear you and your bird over there. Gotcha. You can still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Well, I really appreciate that you would let us know some of the things going on in the marketing end and in the rebranding. So is there anything else you'd like to share with us this morning that people can kind of look for that's coming up from St. Cloud?
Sure. If you can hear me, one of the other things we're working on right now is our annual photo contest that we've done with the city the last couple of years.
Right.
And we are going to launch that again this year. It's a great kind of fun activity for people to socially distanced. And we're going to do the photo contest around our three pillars this year. So tie it in with the whole rebranding, and hope to get some good participation again from our residents this year with our photo contest, again, tied to the rebranding themes.
Awesome. Great idea. Great to integrate the people into what you're doing. And so we appreciate all that. Some great ideas. Like I said, we really do love St. Cloud, and we've been here a long time. And so we're not hypersensitive to change, but we love when change still keeps when it happens and keeps the beauty as one of the cores, and surely that's what you guys are talking about doing. So we appreciate that. So I just we'll tie it up by saying again, welcome to St. Cloud from Positively Osceola. We are more than glad that to work with you and communicate with you and try to help you get the message out, the great messages, and then those sometimes challenging messages, but we're certainly there for you.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here and looking forward to getting in St. Cloud and working together with you.
It's going to be great. We're looking forward to it as well. All right. Well, again, thank you for spending time on this beautiful Friday morning. And so we look forward to speaking to you. I know next week we're going to speak to Marjorie from the St. Cloud Utilities in the Water Department area specifically. Looking forward to that. Again, so we'll sign off. Again, this is Keith with Positively Osceola, along with Maryemma Bachelder, the Public Information Officer with the City of St. Cloud. Together, we are making a positive difference in Osceola County. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See ya.